All right, good morning, everyone. This is Joy Cortina, a founder of Life of Joy Foundation. And I just want to wish you all a happy Motivation Monday. And very excited to have with me this morning the guest presenter for our next session, Erin Bishop with A Breath of Wellness. And she's going to talk a little bit about our upcoming Life of Joy Builder event this coming Saturday morning. So thank you so much, Erin, for joining me this morning and for doing this session with us all around breath work, right? So this is going to help us relieve a little bit of anxiety and stress that a lot of folks are dealing with, right? So I'd like to introduce you. I met Erin through our local networking here in Anne Arundel County, and very excited to welcome her as a wellness partner, as part of our wellness team with Life of Joy. So we therefore consider her a Life of Joy builder, as she supports us in our mission for holistic mental health and suicide prevention. So thanks so much, Erin, for joining us. I'm going to let you tell a little bit about what is this session, what is breath work, and what's it going to be like.
Yeah, so thank you, Joy, for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity. The Life of Joy Builder, I really like that name. That's a beautiful ring to it. So breathwork is cutting edge right now. Breathwork is meditation for people who can't meditate. Breathwork is a way for people to tap into a side of themselves that they don't always see, that side that kind of crucifies and holds us hostage. So what breathwork gives us an opportunity to do is to really learn relaxation. That's really what it's all about. When you think about anxiety and stress, depression, even from a suicidal perspective, a lot of it stems from, deep childhood wounds and deep trauma, basic stuff. And breathwork gives you a place to kind of let yourself be removed of all of that, even if it's temporarily, just to kind of start to recognize that you have a space inside where there's joy, there's happiness, there's life, and there's love. And for many of us who have experienced lifelong traumatic events that may lead up to, fatalities, we don't always know the opportunity. We don't always know how to take care of ourselves. A lot of times we want to think that, we can eat well and do yoga and do acupuncture. And yes, all of those things are great. But until we start to really look at the core wounds, the core suffering of what keeps us locked in these behavior patterns, we can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. So breath is a very easy, very simple way to just start the process. So I always like to say to people, if you don't know where to start, just start with your own resource, which is the breath. So I guess I'd like to talk a little bit about Saturday. So we're going to do a simple breathe that I've done several times. I actually did one last night. We had 22 people online. It was beautiful. And basically what we're going to optimize is our relaxation process. A lot of us are really wound tight right now. Anxiety is high, stress is high, and we don't really have an outlet. Many of us who are gym goers, or we like to really tag along to this release of energy, we're being rid of that opportunity. So what I'd like to approach on Sunday is a way to literally release anxiety, to release stress. And we're going to teach you, it's an experience. So we're actually going to be breathing together. I'm going to be guiding you through some simple rhythms. So it's not hard. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be an experienced breather. It'll be something that you can learn from just one experience. Obviously, continued breath work is recommended, but you can definitely get something from just doing one session. So you'll leave feeling relaxed. You'll leave feeling rejuvenated. You'll leave feeling connected to not only to yourself, but to all of the other energetic beings that'll be on the call with us. So that's the really cool part about doing this, is that physical presence isn't necessary. Obviously, it's wanted. I'm not going to deny that. It would be great if we were all in a big, beautiful room together, just breathing one big bubble of air. But given our current circumstances, that's just not an option. So we can breathe from the comfort of our own home. And what you're learning is literally how to optimize lung capacity, how to optimize breath hold, how to optimize conscious connected breathing, which is life force, it's energy. So we're kind of tapping into a spirit, and we're kind of tapping into mechanics, just functional breathing. So we're getting both sides of that coin. Some things I'd like to offer for those of you who are interested in joining and you don't know what to expect. A couple of the easy ways to get started is to have a quiet space to practice. Grab a set of headphones. It's really easy to get distracted with outside noises, especially if you're new to this. A lot of us have squirrel brain or monkey brain. And so one of the things we want to do is to kind of kill the myth that that we're going to be turning our brains off, because that's not really what's happening. Our brains are always on. That's the glory of being human. But what we're actually going to do is teach you how to direct focus. So you're learning how to focus. You're learning how to concentrate on something that's positive and productive versus negative and shaming. So the headphones will help you to kind of drown out the outside world for just an hour that we'll be on together. You can do this lying down. You can do this sitting in a chair. You can do this sitting on a couch, in a bed. It doesn't have to be anything special. We just want you to have an open spine and an open body to where you're not restricted to your breath. I also like to say, for anyone who'll be joining us that may be pregnant, pregnant ladies, you can join. It's safe to breathe this way. We'll just ask you and we'll give you some modifications for a couple of the pieces that we do. Anyone with cardiovascular issues or deep, you're being monitored by blood pressure, this is also a very safe breath for you to use. We'll just ask you to sit up rather than lying down. So it's really comfortable for everybody. It's safe, it's natural. Our ancestors have been breathing in this way for thousands of years, and they can tell us a lot about spirit and life and love, and we've got a lot to learn from them. So we're going to do some of these breathing rhythms to start to explore what it is that they have always known that we have sometimes forgotten.
This sounds so amazing, Erin. Thank you. I'm really excited for this myself. So I'm grateful that you're able to do this with us. So for those of you that want to join us, we're going to put the link to our Facebook event as well as to our Eventbrite page, which is where you can register for the event. You can certainly have access to this if you're not in the position to contribute to our spring fundraiser. We have a Rise Up campaign that we've started in light of everything that's going on. And this is also going to help us to kind of offset the delay of our efforts that have been postponed just because of everything with COVID-19 and the restrictions. So we've opened up a spring campaign called Rise Up, and so we are suggesting a donation of $20 for this event if you're willing and able. Of course, any contribution is welcome and appreciated. So you'll have the option when you go to our Eventbrite page to register for the event, whether or not you can make a donation. And then you'll get the details to plug in that way. This will be via Zoom. And so once you register, you'll get all the information for how to plug in and get the link for Zoom and some other details. So with that, I want to just thank you, Erin, again for doing this with us. And thank you all for joining us. We hope that this will be beneficial for you in just kind of relieving some of the anxiety and stress that a lot of us are dealing with through all this. And please share this opportunity with others that you know that might really just need the lift and that could benefit, whether it's just from this current situation that we're all kind of maneuvering around, or if it's just been an ongoing need maybe that they've had around anxiety or depression. This will certainly be beneficial on all different scales. So thanks, Erin, so much. We'll post that link below, and everybody just have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you get a breath of fresh air today at some point. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Joy. Thanks, everybody.